Taurus, I was about to get into the energy for you. Like I just said, Taurus, and my candle popped. So I'm gonna see what that's about, Taurus. More so. Okay, let's see. What's coming through for Taurus? So I did Taurus reading earlier today. It's not gonna resonate with everyone, of course. Everyone's on a different part of their timeline, right? Every Taurus is on a different part of their timeline. Just as every other zodiac sign is on a different part of timeline. For Taurus, what's coming through for Taurus? It's 7:34, so 7-7. What's coming through for Taurus? General energy. What's coming through for Taurus? Four of Swords. Going in a hermit mode, trying to recoup. Okay. Because of an emotional disturbance. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you were faced with multiple challenges. This is not even supposed to be in this deck. Facing multiple challenges. But it's like part of the experience you're supposed to have with the Wheel of Fortune coming through. And then we have here the Three of Wands following the Two of Wands. Okay, so whatever kind of difficulties you faced, like these challenges you had to take on, it was part of, yes, your growing experience, but it was also part of providing you the realization of your sight, like how you are seeing the situation, what you're taking action on or towards, right? Or what or who, you know? Yeah, because I'm seeing like a plane, like, you know, like just like a, you know, like a long, it's just nothing, right? Not a desert, but like it's a plane, and it's one individual, and there's like by miles every direction of emptiness, maybe a few trees. I'm seeing those. What are those called? Those they spin and, you know, they get blown. It's like coming to mind, but it's like the hay, like, you know, it's like in the desert, like type shit. That's what I'm seeing. So it's just like not much. You could have felt like you're like in a desert like situation or in a desert like situation. Now I'm seeing the Ten of Swords here from this deck. Let's see what more for Taurus. This is like the realization of to be without, you know, there's like a without ... Like, you know what that ... is. You know, for some it's gonna be like without companionship. You know, for some it's gonna be without, you know, that best friend, the job of your dreams, right? For some it's like a specific type of car. You know, it's to be without something. Like there's a void, a lack. Okay. Ooh, the Tower. What up? The Tower came and fell off the table. To be without like a family member. For some. To be without. I'm seeing like an old neighborhood. I'm seeing a neighborhood and it feels like it's my old neighborhood. And you could be longing for home or the sense of home. With the Eight of Cups and then the Five of Cups following. Okay. Eight of Swords speaks on the reflective moment. Okay. And the Emperor. And now what would you do? Like, what's coming through, like you can but can't fill in a void by occupying or taking like the happiness, the joy, the time of someone else's. It's kind of pulling through like that other reading. A sense is coming through from the other reading. Like you find your happiness in someone else. Or you're like finding by, you know, occupying them, taking their attention or, you know, time, care. We have here the Page of Pentacles. What I'm sensing is like you also take on others like lifestyle or situations on like as your own. So then it's like it kind of feels like you're in that situation. Like you're in a situation of somebody else's because you're taking it on as your own. We have here the Queen of Wands, and to some degree it's creating like some like balance for you in a weird way. When it's really not, I feel like it kind of is, but in reality, no. You know, like in your reality, no. Like in the reality of someone else's, yes. It's kind of like you take on someone's problems as your own or responsibilities as your own to try to distract of what you know you could have or should have or you should be working forward towards. The Lovers here. We have here the Six of Wands. We have here the Queen of Cups. I knew it was a queen, but I said king accidentally. And then the Six of Swords. For some, I'm feeling like you're moving away from this love that's not fulfilling. It was an occupation. It was fulfilling to a degree, I would say. You were there long enough. Then we have here the Eight of Cups with the Six of Swords. Both strong energies about moving, leaving. Three of Wands talking about hitting that wave, taking off, observing your view first before you do so. Kind of like feels like I'm grown or I'm experienced and I could go now. Or I gained enough from this experience or this relationship or this partnership, this situationship, and now I could go. This is the feel. Or from a job. Magician. Now you feel like you're ready for the world or a new world. The High Priestess. For many Tauruses here, it feels like you're having the realization that you've been occupying yourself in a dynamic that wasn't as fulfilling for you either. Like, and to a degree, yes. But it's like even taking from your calling, taking from your course of life that you could be in. Like you could be farther along in a select direction that you in the depths would want to be, like, or you'll be most fulfilled in, but you've been fulfilling yourself in this other environment for X amount of time, for X amount of reasons. Okay? So why are you still there? It's kind of energy. Okay, why are you still there? Okay, let's see. A contract is binding. Okay, let's see what's for Taurus, if any. For Taurus. For Taurus. For Taurus, if any. Okay, we have this one that flipped out in reverse. The blue. Scared, heavy emotions, and mental distress. So it's as if you were like coping, like medicating yourself to, in a sense it feels like that. Medicating yourself by being in some kind of environment with certain people, certain friends, certain family members, because it was like I'm saying, medicating you, right? Kind of like in a phase of recovery. Yeah, now I'm getting a sense of like somewhat like a group of people meet in like this kind of group, kind of like a rehab recovery kind of group. And they all come from different backgrounds, different environments, right, and experiences. But the commonality there is they all ended up at that certain rehab, for example, right? It doesn't have to be a rehab, but that's the energy coming through. It could be a program, it could be a job, it could be something like workforce. It was all brought them to that station or that point, on the map at that point in time. So that was the commonality. Okay? TikTok, deadline, procrastination, too busy. Okay? You could have felt like from family members they didn't prioritize you or even include you. So, you were coping in different ways along your journey, your life journey, and then, come across this, point here. And then, you engage with individuals similar like you, right? Or, for the same reason there. Right? TikTok. And it's like there's been so much procrastination. Like you're having the realization, even though you already knew it was denial, you're having the realization, acceptance, there you go, of that why you were in a dynamic or situations that you were in. Okay, we have today, good vibes, present and in the moment. So now it's looking for a refreshment. So it's like, so depression is being in the past, right? Anxiety is being in the future. The present is being in the reality of our current situation, right? And that's the feel. Like I'm in the reality, so now everything is like stemming into play around you. So then you're having that acceptance. But it's you're tuning in. Okay, lipstick evidence. Infidelity, caught cheating, and betrayal. Extra, dramatic, trying too hard, and starter. To some degree, some Taurus here, I'm getting the feel that you were trying to appease a crowd, like meet the requirements of a crowd, which took you off course. That's what the challenges were about. The Seven of Swords, there was a lot of challenges. The roller coaster, the ups and downs, full of highs and lows, off and on again, hot and cold. Key player, important person playing an essential role and irreplaceable. So there was a challenge. Amongst this like path you took, you came across some kind of challenge, like, and then you took it on. And you were already off course because it was like a coping directive. You were taking a direction for coping, right? And then you ended up coming along someone that you had entered a challenge in with, and then you got lost in the sauce. I want to say you continued on that path, but it's like getting back on this path with certain individuals that you would rather experience the path with. That's the thing here. All right, Taurus, well, that's what I have for you as of right now. So do what you gotta do, boo. Take care of your speech, ciao.